In Britain's general election on Thursday, Prime Minister Boris Johnson's Conservative Party has won a majority, and he says a mandate to get Brexit done. Projections have the Tories getting more than 360 seats, flipping several districts that had long been Labour strongholds. Exit polls show Labour winning around 191 seats.
3.5 years after Britain's fateful vote to leave the European Union, will Thursday's election finally clear up the uncertainty? The snap election ended with the majority of Parliament's 650 seats going to Prime Minister Boris Johnson's Conservative Party and their pledge to get Brexit done. The main opposition, Labour, meanwhile, suffered a crushing defeat.
In Algeria, Abdelmajid Tebboune has been declared the winner in Thursday's presidential vote. Preliminary results show that he won 58% of that vote. His closest rival, Abdelkader Bengrina, came second with just 17% of the vote. Results show there will be no need for a runoff, but less than 40% of voters turned out for the poll, with millions boycotting, calling it a sham.
A political lifesaver for Chile's embattled president. By 79 votes in favor and 73 against, the motion to dismiss impeachment is passed. Outside of Congress, demonstrators performed the now viral Chilean feminist anthem, which specifically accuses the government and police of abusing women. But inside, the president's supporters argued he wasn't responsible for human rights violations committed by security forces.
The impeachment request aims to punish the president for acts or omissions that he did not commit and could not prevent. The suggestion is that he had previous knowledge of what would be considered human rights violations.
Now to the alarming new headline tonight about those popular home security systems and that one particular company, and what appears to be a growing concern. Customers in several states now reporting hackers accessing their home surveillance cameras. And tonight, among the cases, a little girl who suddenly hears a stranger's voice coming to her in her bedroom.
The LeMay family in suburban Memphis has disconnected their Ring security camera, and they're sharing this recording tonight as a warning.
I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus.
This is video from the camera they bought on sale after Thanksgiving and installed in their 8-year-old's bedroom. And the voice you hear coming from the camera speaker is an internet hacker who is teasing the child and trying to get her to repeat racial slurs.
Secretary General. Now to that daring mission to recover the remaining victims from that volcano in New Zealand. Crews are going back in to try and find the two still missing, despite fears of another possible eruption.
These are new images of that dangerous and daring recovery effort. Search teams were able to retrieve 6 victims from the White Island, but the search is not yet complete. Officials could not find 2 remaining bodies. While the situation is still, quote, highly volatile, they won't give up. Despite the instability at Vakari volcano, teams are taking to the sky and sea to make sure everyone is returned home. The New Zealand Defence Force seen here in their protective gear, scouring the mud and ash-covered island. There is a 50 to 60% chance another eruption could happen in the next 24 hours. As a result, officials have expanded the no-access zone overnight, saying that while the volcanic tremor has decreased, magma from beneath the surface is rising.
Police have arrested a juvenile suspect in connection with the stabbing death of an 18-year-old Barnard college student. Her name, Tessa Majors.
A CBS New York reports that the suspect under arrest is 13 years old. The teen faces murder, robbery, and weapons charges.
Barnard College students were emotional Thursday after news emerged their classmate freshman Tessa Majors had been killed in a park near campus. Just before 7 p.m. Wednesday, police say Majors was stabbed several times by 1 to 3 people after a struggle in the park. She staggered up these steps into the street, where a school security guard eventually saw her and called 911. She later died at the hospital. The park is a popular thoroughfare for many college students who live near or around campus. According to NYPD statistics, crime is up in this park, and the city's murder rate is also up some 8%.
Ontario is opening its doors to a cannabis market. The province is scrapping its current lottery system and paving the way for many more retail stores, all set to happen next year.
Inside Hotbox in Kensington, it was welcome news.
It's fantastic, right?
Hotbox can only call itself a cannabis lifestyle store. It can't sell pot and almost went bankrupt after it failed to secure a license in the first 2 lotteries.
I put my life savings into the fact that I was going to be able to sell cannabis legally, and then boom, lottery, and the rug was pulled from underneath us.
Now she'll have a chance to apply in an open system.
It's something that we intended to do from the beginning, but we had to make sure the fundamentals were in place.
It's the tall buildings in the East and South Bay that could be hit the hardest. It's not necessarily the height of the buildings that experts are concerned about, but the ground below.
The Hayward Fault, one of the most urbanized and dangerous faults in the United States.
It's no secret that the Bay Area is due for a major earthquake. The USGS just released this map today, and as you can see, there is a 75% or higher chance of a slight or greater damaging quake hitting our area in the next 100 years. Geologists are extremely concerned about areas of Concord, Walnut Creek, and San Jose. According to the USGS, it increased shaking estimates by up to 25% in the East Bay since its last update 5 years ago.